So, you're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Hi, I'm Luna, a 26 years old, wondering what I want to do with my life. So I went back to school to help protect the oceans better. Turns out that for your first year, you have to do an internship with an organization of your choice. So I found this cool bunch, a French NGO called NaturDive. Their goal? To actively protect the oceans, using scuba diving as one of their main tools. Literally sounds like a dream. To introduce you a bit to my two main bosses, we have Sam Jeglo, the co-founder and president, Yoa, the Swiss knife. She does everything. As well as being underwater explorers, NaturDive is trying to restore Mediterranean habitats, teach people about conservation, and rid the oceans of ghost nets. And while doing a biodiversity inventory to help a local port become a clean port active in biodiversity, they discovered several thriving colonies of an endemic, endangered Mediterranean coral called Cladochora caespitosa. What is this coral, you're gonna ask me? Yep, that was my reaction at first too. They're a bioconstructor coral and form reef-like structures, just like in the tropics. And they really haven't been studied that much, apart from several populations across the Med, where some reefs cover more than 600 square meters, and some colonies are more than 300 years old. However, just like other corals, high temperature fluctuation, recurring marine heat waves, pollution seem to be the main threats to these slow recovering animals. Yet, some colonies have settled in a place that at first glance is hostile to such species. Our question, just like yours, is why? A study from 2019 shows that although these previous factors will induce bleaching or death, the ability for Cladochora to rely on its heterotrophy might be the answer to some of its resilience. The corals are actually little carnivores eating the plankton floating around them. On top of that, the largest banks were found near river mouth, where they are exposed to high sedimentation rates, alluvial input, potentially delivering food resources, showing that this coral can thrive in murky, fast-moving waters. And a special feature from this port is the arrival of a freshwater river, La Rague. So yeah, all this sounds cool, but we still don't know why. So it is the idea of this project. Understand why the Cladochora are thriving there and how can we protect them. We start by measuring some parameters such as pH, salinity, and temperature every month. And we repeat these steps in another port, which we call the control port. At this moment of the internship, the science takes some time. No significant differences were found, but there has been an increase in temperature, a slight increase in salinity, and pH has reduced since we started the sampling in April. Through underwater surveys, we discovered that most colonies were located right under the gas station. Yup, under the pontoon and in the furthest corner, where we can predict that hydrodynamic flow is quite low. And our next step are to produce a 3D map of areas of interest through photogrammetry so we can explore other parameters such as substrate, sedimentation, size, growth, and also coral health. We would like to actively protect the colonies in the port through educational outreach, but also by slowly creating a potential coral restoration program. On the long term, we hope to be monitoring this population closely, but also extend our research outside the port.